Yeah, guys. So, uh, just before, due to some, I think so, technical issue, it was not properly came. Now, let us go with once again here. So, yeah. Let us go with So now here, if you observe carefully, what we have done, we have taken a projectile which is mass m, and we have projected with u velocity. Here mass doesn't play that much of role. Okay, so we have projected with the u velocity, and this u velocity, initial velocity, is making angle theta with the horizontal, so that I can make it split into two components. One is u cos theta, another one is u sin theta, right? So now here I'm going to find out time of ascent. Okay, time of ascent. So time of ascent in the sense nothing but the time taken by the projectile to reach maximum height. Okay, what is time of ascent? The time taken by the projectile to reach maximum height is called time of ascent. So what I'll do is I will use Vy is equals to Uy, V is equal to U plus At. Okay, Vy is equals to Uy plus Ay into T. This formula I will use, and I will calculate the time of ascent. Here Vy is equals to nothing but 0, because what is time of ascent? The time taken to reach from origin to the maximum height. At a maximum height, the vertical velocity is 0, right? At the same time, at the maximum height, the horizontal velocity is Vx is equals to u cos theta. It's never changes. I told you in the previous class also, horizontal uh, horizontal velocity is always constant, because there is no acceleration to change the horizontal velocity. Clear? That is why you have to consider Vy is equals to 0, and Uy is equals to nothing but u sin theta. Initial velocity along with y-axis is u sin theta, and then Ay is equals to minus c, because the object is moving upward, and then what it is, acceleration due to gravity is downwards. So if you substitute, and the time is nothing but time of ascent, right? If you substitute all these values, time is nothing but ta, right? Time of ascent. So now Vy is equals to 0, that is equals to Uy is equals to u sin theta minus g into ta, right? From this, if you get you'll get gta is equals to u sin theta, and then ta is equals to okay, and then ta is equals to u sin theta by g. Okay, this is the formula for time of ascent. This is how you have to derive. You don't need to remember the formulas. Just if you know the process how to derive, then you can do it very easily. Directly you can solve the problem, right? And next, coming to the time of descent, right? We know very well time of ascent will be equal time of descent. How much time does it take to reach the point maximum height from the point of projection? The same amount of time it will take to come from the maximum height to striking the ground, right? So or else, if you want to find out, like, what you do is same formula again. What is that? Vy is equals to uy, Vy is equal to uy plus ay into t. Same formula you can use, you can able to find out, right? So what is Vy here? Here, do remember, Vy is equals to minus u sin theta. What is that V here? Actually, this is the velocity, final velocity v. V is here, the v is equals to u. I mean, you must remember that with whatever initial velocity you will project an object, with the same initial velocity it hits the ground. Understand? And the one more thing, it makes same angle also. So that is why here. And one more thing, whatever the Vy is equals to u sin theta. Initially, along with y-axis, the velocity is u sin theta. With the same velocity, it hits the ground. So that's why here, let me take okay. That is why here Vy is nothing but minus u sin, because it will be downward direction. Okay, so now here if you observe, uy is 0 because at maximum height. Okay, at maximum height our initial velocity is 0, and then ay is equals to minus g. It is downwards, right? Minus g, I mean object is moving downwards. Then you can take it as a plus g also, I mean plus g in the sense normal sign convention you can apply. So now what is vy? Minus u sine theta, right? Minus u sine theta is equals to 0 minus g into t. Okay, we have taken, they consider here minus, right? So now what happened? Td is nothing but time of descent. From this you can write time of descent is equals to u sine theta by g, u sine theta by g. Okay, na? Clear? So now here time of flight, let us find out time of flight. So coming to time of flight, so you what is time of flight? The sum of time of ascent and time of descent. Simply you can write time of flight is equal to the sum of time of ascent plus time of descent is equals to time of flight, right? So that is equals to u sine theta by g. Just a minute, sir. So here time of flight is nothing but time of ascent plus time of descent, right? Sorry for the disturbance, got a small call. So now here sorry guys, yeah, right? Now what I can do here, I can write like yeah, right, u sine theta plus g by u sine theta by g. So here they both are same, right? So we can write 2u sine theta by g. And one more formula we can also remember here, 2 velocity along with y-axis by acceleration along with y-axis. This is also very important formula, right? It will use in the future. I'll tell you where it will be used. Okay, clear? Now this is about a tf. Next time of flight we have decided, right? Then coming to the next let us try to find out maximum height reached by the projectile. Okay, so here if you observe this diagram, the maximum height means from where, from the point here in its journey, whatever the height maximum, I mean reached to here, we call it as a maximum height, right? When you projected an object exactly at this point, it will have this is the peak point of its path, right? This length is called nothing but h max. Okay, now what we can do is, for h max you can use s is equals to ut plus half a t square formula, or else we'll use that formula, right? V square minus u square is equal to as also you can use. Let us see, v square minus u square is equals to 2as. we can use this formula of for finding the maximum height. Means how can I do this? I apply this formula along with y-axis. Vy square minus uy square is equals to 2ay into sy, right? Here vy square, we know that already, at maximum height 0 square minus uy square in the sense u square sine square theta, that is equals to 2 into here minus g, because we are projecting vertical upward, right? Minus g into sy in the sense it is like sy in the sense like h max you can write. Clear? So from this minus u square sine square theta is equals to minus 2g h max, right? So from this minus will be cancelled, h max is minus get cancelled, h max is equals to u square sine square theta by 2g, u square sine square theta by 2g. This is the formula for maximum height, right? This is the formula for maximum height. Now let us, this is for h max, okay? This is for h max, we deriving this. And next coming to for having to find out the maximum range, I mean range, not maximum range, to find out, if you from this diagram, if you observe carefully, right, from this diagram the horizontal distance traveled by the project from this point to this point, okay, the horizontal distance traveled by the object is called nothing but horizontal range, right? Now let us calculate the range. Range is equals to nothing but, I mean horizontal distance, right? So range is nothing but the distance traveled along with the horizontal, right? So that is why horizontal distance is equals to horizontal velocity into time. Clear? So now what is horizontal velocity? U cos theta into what is time here? Time of flight, total time, 2u sin theta by g, right? This is the time of flight. So now from this u square into, okay na, 2 sin theta cos theta by g, 2 sin theta cos theta by, that is equals to, now here 2 sin theta cos theta is now nothing but sin 2 theta, so u square sin 2 theta by g, u square sin 2 theta by g, right? U square sin 2 theta by g is the nothing but a formula for the range. What is the height formula? U square sin square theta by 2g. What is range formula? U square sin 2 theta by g. This is the formula for a range, right? So now in many mains examination or else in advanced or many exams, they'll ask you a relation between the range and maximum height. Clear? Now let us try to derive the relation between them. Okay, so here let me have what is range. According to our formula, range is equals to u square sin square theta by 2g, u square sin square theta by u square sin 2 theta, okay, not sin square theta, right? U square sin 2 theta by g. This is the formula for range, right? So what I do is I write it back like u square 2 sin theta cos theta by g. Okay, so now here if you observe carefully, I want h include in this equation, right? So that what is it? U square sin square. I want one more sin square sin theta here, so that is why I do this like 2 sin theta by 2 sin theta. right? So the value of the equation never changes. So how can I write this in the sense u square sine theta into sine theta? So I can write sine square theta, okay na, into what are they, 2 is there, and cos theta 2, so 4 cos theta, okay na, 4 cos theta by 2 is there, right, 2g sin theta, okay na. So now here what I can do, I can write this u square sin square theta by 2g as a h max, so h into 4 cot theta. So what finally what I can write, range is equal to 4h cot theta, right? I can write this range is equals to 4h cot theta. This is the formula I can write, or else I can send this cot at this side, I can write 4h is equals to r tan theta, right? This is the relation between the maximum height and range. Clear? And one more thing, based on this many times they have asked questions. Now from for the range, one more important point that you have to remember is the range is maximum. The range is maximum for the angle 45 degrees. For example, from this formula, if you observe, the range is equals to nothing but u square sine 2 theta by g. So here if you observe carefully, the entire value can be maximum when sine 2 theta function value is maximum. So sine 2 theta function will be maximum, its value is 1 only, the maximum value of sine 2 theta is 1 only, right? So from this sine 2 theta is equals to sine 90. So that what I can do, I'll make 2 theta equal to 90 degrees. So from this theta is equals to 45 degrees, right? So I can tell that the range is max when theta is equals to 45 degrees, okay na. So this is how even a best example for Neeraj Chopra javelin throw, what he has done, he used maximum heat potential 45 degrees exactly, so that what happened, it has reached to the maximum range, right? So let's conclude this with this topic. In the next session we'll continue. Thank you.